This is the beginning of our trip. This is day 23. I don't know when I'll be able to post this whenever I have Wi-Fi. That makes it sound like we're going into the middle of nowhere. We are,
actually. It's just in the mountains.
Bless, this is hour 1 of 34 hour of our trip. So we're in our Uber now with our Uber driver. 5 stars. Bless. We are at the bus depot and I'm fucking melting.
I'm tired.
Anyways, so our bus is like literally right there, but like they ain't letting us in. I don't want to get no one rando in the background. They'll be like, get me off of your vlog, you annoying millennials. Now we're all blurry. Fantastic. Oh, when you literally have no idea how this camera works.
Worst angle ever.
I know.
Wanna play a game?
We're on the bus now, and now we have to wait 45 minutes until we get to the border. Where's this light coming from? It's so dark here. Why is this so bright? Look at this. Okay, there's like a million people on this bus. I'm gonna stop now, but you know. Why is it focused on you? You're not even in the frame. Get out of here. It's still just focused on you.
The camera loves me.
We just went through the border. It's just because there's like literally people behind us and I just don't want. How about like this? Is that good?
Why is my hair so big? I'm like trying to eat my face.
Well, now you're blurry, so it's okay. Your blurry face. We just passed by customs. Now we're gonna fucking sleep because I'm tired already and it's like hour 2.
It's midnight 04 a.m.
It is hour 2. It's so hard to not look at yourself up there. It's so hard because it looks so good. So I'm just gonna look at you guys because you really don't care what I'm looking at. I'm so tired. And then we stop in Albany in like 2-3 hours.
And then they're gonna make us sit there for like half an hour.
45 minutes usually. Like, gotta service the bus. Yeah. You gotta take your sweet ass time though. And I hate it because it's like 3 a.m. And it's like,
the bus driver called it like a coffee break.
no, he said there was gonna be a coffee break after the board. I'm like, listen to it. You fucking went to duty free for 20 minutes. No one cares. Maybe somebody asked them, and they have to make it seem
to go to duty.
Oh my god, this looks like I'm spying on you. Look at this angle. No, but seriously, what is this angle? You're never safe from the Chase Ross angles.
We got like 2 weeks of this.
2.5 weeks. We have arrived in New York. That is Times Square behind us. We're trying to get a lift. Literally a lift. We're trying to get Uber or something because Zuja doesn't want to take the subway home to Brooklyn because it takes a long time. It's like 35 minutes. So we are just waiting now. We are at Zuja's apartment in Brooklyn. And it is so dirty. It is 6 o'clock in the morning.
There's like tea bags in there too, but like I don't know what her intentions are.
Whatever.
This lettuce.
There are so many dishes that we have to deal with.
She's like, I did mine. Can you just do the rest? Which is all of them. And like we're talking like heavy duty pots. Like, do you want, yeah?
Heavy duty pots.
That's a deep sink too.
You know what they say about deep sinks?
More dishes.
Yes. Oh, hello. Put your arm around me. I'm your sweetheart.
I'm so tired.
So today is day 23. But
what year is it?
it is 6 a.m. but we have to go to the airport at 12. And I know that that seems like we have a lot of time, but we need to go get breakfast at Champs. It's a vegan diner, and if I'm in Brooklyn, I'm going. Plus, the fucking vegan donut place is literally around the corner from there. Oh yeah. And they have like vegan ice cream. I don't even care how early it is, baby. I didn't sleep on the bus. So today we're gonna talk about how we were fucking harassed on the bus by old ladies.
Harassed is a strong word.
You're literally the one who said, hey, you should say we got harassed on the bus.
I hate clickbait.
This isn't clickbait. I feel personally attacked right now.
We were just on the bus, and these like old French ladies have no concept of personal space.
Even in the line though.
Dude, we were going through immigration, and I swear that they were like trying to go with us. Like that's how close she was.
Okay, no, but like even from the beginning, like staying in line to get onto the bus, they were in every time.
Her suitcase was like
in you.
She literally like our suitcases were like touching. They were like on top of each other, and I was like,
because you left to get me water and yourself a juice or something, and
but you were hanging out with 4 suitcases, like it wasn't gonna.
I know,
like you weren't.
And plus I was standing at yours, so she wouldn't put her suitcase there. And then like I moved when you came, and then she moved seeing you coming, and I was like, oh my god, what the fuck. Anyways, so
old lady entitlement.
Old lady entitlement. And then like every time we would, like the people in front of us would move up, we would move up, and then they would just like move up so close they'd be inside of our ass.
Like, no offense, you destroyed the planet, so like just give me personal space. You're the reason I don't have a car. Like, you're the reason I'm taking Greyhound. But like, and then it's just
they had like these extravagant fur coats. What are you doing?
Like, it was like a fur sleeping bag, for fuck's sakes. It was like so long. She was wearing like 3 animals.
Probably though, if it was like those little animals that takes like a lot, I don't know, like a rabbit, probably like 12 rabbits on one jacket. But then we get on the bus, and like...
I just want to say, this lighting is my entire high school career. This is why I have 0 selfies of me when I was younger, because of this lighting.
It's so bad, like...
So basically we had like normal lighting, and then my dad, I got glasses, and my dad was like, it's because this apartment is too dim. But not like that, because my dad's not an old woman.
I mean...
And so we got these like bullshit fluorescent like studio lights right over the kitchen table.
So that you can simulate being in school when you're not in school.
So now I can't sleep while he was trying to teach me math. My dad used to like not let me go to bed until I had memorized the multiplication table. And like I got everything except the 8s. I just couldn't memorize like what's 8 times 7 or like, you know, like
I don't even know that.
8 times 6. It was just so fucking like there's the one I couldn't figure out was the 8th, and he just would like keep me up, like be like, you can't leave this table until you can recite the whole multiplication table.
Abused by old people.
Just saying.
Harassed.
He's the reason I don't know math. His generation ruins public education system.
I mean, his generation isn't as old as the people who are on the bus though, because even at immigration...
My dad's an immigrant from a communist country. So
when we were trying to get on the bus though, and those people were in front of us, were like taking their sweet ass time, and then the old ladies caught up to us and were like inside us.
One time I was at Michael's in the line, and this pregnant lady was like just standing there minding her own business, and so this lady like comes and stands like behind her, like right on top of her. So she like, this lady's my hero. She turns around and she's like, excuse me, I need some personal space. And the lady's like, oh okay. And she like takes like a half step back and she was like, no, I need space.
Goals.
I love her.
I love this noise in the background.
Oh, that's the heater that they only turn it on for like 4 hours a day, 2 hours in the morning, 2 at night.
Isn't that like our apartment? Yeah, so like on the bus, they were like inside us, and then this lady with her kids, okay, she had a backpack, and like literally I was attacked, okay? This ain't clickbait, I was attacked.
Oh
I stood up and she went like this, and her backpack hit me, and I landed on top of Zuzia. Sorry.
I don't even remember, I'm so tired.
You slept though on the bus, I saw you. You were snoring.
Did we go to Albany?
No.
Oh,
I know, that's the first time ever that I've been on a bus, I think maybe twice, that I didn't go to Albany. It was great. Now I understand why he took like 19 fucking pit stops. And somebody want to go to the bathroom? No one left the fucking bus. I was like, really? Really? This is what we're doing, huh?
We had the best Lyft driver.
He was legit 5 stars.
If I was like secretly a millionaire taking Uber or
And
Lyft as like a social experiment, I would be like, I'm gonna pay your kids college tuition or something.
And give you $1 million.
But I'm not, so he's getting a 5-star rating. Because that's all I can do.
I wish I could be that person that just gives money to people.
Right?
That like...
I want to be a Richard.
This goes out to all you Richards. I don't like that everyone's calling him sugar daddy though.
Me neither.
Because he said that he's like, he emailed me and he was like, it implies that I'd be old enough to be your daddy, and I certainly am not.
Oh my god, Richard's not old?
I don't think so. I don't think he's old enough to be my papito.
It's just like, there's like a weird like sexual connotation to
That's
sugar
why,
daddy.
yeah, that's why.
And it's kind of like if I did something nice for another person and someone was like, oh, that's your like sugar daddy, I'd be like, that's the gross.
Mhm.
The gross.
That's the gross.
That's just gross.
Sugar daddy issues.
I have all the issues. Collect them.
Should I put that in the video or is it too gross? Oh, you know what? I'm gonna do it anyways because I don't have footage for today.
I feel like trigger warning that though, like, because some people get really grossed out by like internal stuff. Right? Like technically your tonsils are internal, right?
How do you know I have tonsils?
I don't know.
Exactly.
Is that, wow.
Tonsil privilege, there's Susha.
I just assume all people have tonsils.
Oh, you would say that to a trans guy who is not in focus? Oh my god, I just hate how HD this is because you could literally see every wrinkle on my body. And you can see
and
how
the bags on bags.
You can see the clog. Okay, this is a shadow, and the clogs on my face. My clogged pores. Am I using the right word? Like clog? Like from Holland?
Like a sink. Like a clogged sink.
I know, but like I have a clog on my face. Like I could have a clog.
You can have a clogged pore.
But wouldn't that be funny if somebody photoshopped a clog on my pore? Someone needs to photoshop a clog on my pore. Because I have clogged pores. My mustache looks mustachy though.
You got white mustache hair though.
I do. That's not a secret. Is it a secret? I'm trying to find my eye. There it is. Hey! Okay, that's enough for today. I'm sorry this is like really short and like only one scene, but we are literally traveling, so you can deal with it. Yeah, so now we're gonna go unpack and repack and then go food. So I will update you on my travels. Love you.